Banai.
Mana nga gimatikanye.
Who are here?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our home in UA in Peche division of the freshly minted city of Gulu. We are very pleased to have with us today the Honorable Robert Chagulanyi Sentamu. Ongen. Ongen.
Again Road.
Yes, who is the president of the National Unity Platform and the delegation with whom he has come. So I'll have him make a few remarks and then we'll proceed from there. So, my dear brother, my friend, the president of the National Union Platform, Honorable Robert Chagulanyi Sentamu, over to you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, Ambassador Dr. Olaro Tuno. Ladies and gentlemen, we greet you. Yesterday, I returned to the country at night, precisely 10 p.m. in the night. I had earlier on tried to change my flight to ensure that I attend the burial, but the best that I could get is an arrival last night. Nevertheless, I and my team ensured that we drive straight to Gulu to condole with the family, the people, and the leadership of Acholi. I want to, before proceeding, give so much thanks to our noble elder, Dr. Olaro Tuno, for coordinating this. We were received very happily with the Prime Minister, by the Prime Minister of Acholi, and today we've had a very nice lunch with the elders. All we did to ensure that I personally, together with my team, deliver our condolences to the people of Acholi, to the family of the late Right Honorable Jacob Olanya, and to have this gesture of friendship, of brotherhood between the people of Uganda, the people of Acholi, and the people of Uganda. And of course, to dismiss any narrative that intends to divide our people, because we are one and the same. When one people smile, another people smile as well. And when one people cry, another people cry too. So I'm very happy to be here. We thank you. We were able to also visit His Grace, Bishop Odama and Archbishop Odama, and we got a blessing. So you are looking at blessed people. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you. Just to say very briefly, first of all, this is a non-political, non-partisan exercise and event. It's non-political, it's non-partisan. The occasion for this is bereavement. Yes. It is the loss of our beloved brother, Jacob Olanya. And I want to say thank you to my brother and friend, Honorable Robert Chagulanyi Sentamu, for making the effort with this delegation to come and be here, to pay their respects, to condole with the people of Uganda, and to convey their condolences directly. We are very pleased that in the course of today, they were able to meet with the Prime Minister of Kwar of Acholi and present their condolences, and also the Prime Minister of Pura. Pura is the clan within Acholi which is immediately affected. That's the clan from which Right Honorable Jacob Olanya comes, and then of course just now with His Grace the Archbishop. Not insignificantly, this afternoon during lunch hour, in a very informal setting here in this compound, we're able to host some very important elders from this area, some very important opinion leaders from this area, and just talk and exchange views and reason and discuss together. We are very grateful for this. Let me say this. It is very sad for our country that during the illness of Jacob Olanya, his hospitalization in Seattle, his death and the aftermath, we witnessed so many ugly things. Very sad for our country. All the discussion, narratives, exchanges which were going on among the people, especially in social media. One of the narratives which was being bandied around is that the illness of Jacob Olanya and his death and the circumstances of his illness and hospitalization has unleashed a conflict between the people of Uganda and the people of Acholi land. This is most unfortunate. It is a contrived narrative. It is not borne out by the history of our country, any facts and episodes in our history. From before the coming of the colonial order, the people of Acholi and Buganda have had cordial relations. No conflict, no war. On the contrary, if we had time, I could give you so many examples which testify to the solidarity and the link between the people of Buganda and the people of Acholi. I address the people of Acholi, I address the people of Buganda. Do not allow yourselves to fall into a trap of a contrived conflict of fighting between Uganda and Acholi. There's nothing to fight over. There's no reason for any such conflict. This is being fanned by cynical people for their own purposes, cynical political purposes. So I address the people of Uganda, people of Acholi, please be clear-eyed and be together. We are one people in this one country with nothing to be fighting over. Secondly, it was being said that because of some of the developments that took place, that now what happened in Seattle, the demonstrators who went to Seattle, this is the responsibility of NUP. Let me say this. The demonstrators who gathered in Seattle, the message they carried was a legitimate message, which is to say that we are shortchanging the medical facilities and services in Uganda. We are not investing enough money in those facilities, and that we should be spending more money here so we can treat more of our people here. It will still be necessary in some cases, requiring high specialization, requiring maybe facilities which we don't have for them to be taken abroad. But most of our people should be treated here when we have invested in our medical facilities. That is a legitimate issue. It's not a Jacob Olanya issue. It's not an Acholi issue. It's not a Buganda issue. It's a Uganda issue. And that issue precedes the illness of Jacob Olanya. It will continue after the death of Jacob Olanya. What was, however, unfortunate was the timing, the manner, the place in which the demonstrators chose to convey their message. Jacob Olanya was literally fighting for his life. And also the manner perhaps in which some of them tried to target him personally, and say, get back to Uganda even though you are very ill. So their message was a legitimate message, but it was unfortunate, it was insensitive, the way in which they may have conducted themselves, the timing, the place, the circumstances. They should have been a lot more sensitive about that. So let us not confuse the message with maybe the insensitivity of the messengers. Now, in the exchanges which went on the social media, if there are particular individuals who said things they should not have said, We should single them out. We should call them out and say, Mr. X, Miss Y, you said this is unacceptable. It is untrue. We should not generalize. We should not put people in a lump. Okay? And then let me say this. It also came out, particularly, I think, on the part of some leaders from this part of the country, some of whom misspoke and said, in the aftermath of all the exchanges and discussion taking place, NUP, now National Union Platform, cannot cross the Karoma to come to this side. Actually, it's now a no-go zone for NUP. You are persona non grata in Acholi. Let me say this as strongly and as categorically as I said. This is un-Acholi, it is un-Uganda. Acholi land remains an equal opportunity territory for all political parties. They are all free to come and mobilize, organize, and canvass for support. It is the people of Acholi, individually and collectively, who will decide who they wish to give support to. But there's no question of drawing some red line somewhere and saying this group or that political party cannot cross this line. That's utter nonsense. We cannot accept that. One famous commentator once said, for evil to triumph, for evil to thrive, it only takes good people to be silent. You get me? If we begin to hear the kind of rhetoric that we were hearing recently, the kind of discourse that was beginning to take place among our people, and we keep quiet, then we are allowing evil, we are allowing divisionism, we are allowing sectarianism to triumph in our country. So we have to speak out. We have to say, no, this we don't accept, this we cannot be party to. So I just want to say, I'm not a member of NUP. I have not voted for NUP. But NUP, like any political party, is free to organize and canvass through the breadth and length of this country, including in this city where I am, including in this compound where you are now, sitting. That is what democracy is all about. If NUP as a political party or NUP particular leaders have done things which are wrong, we should single them out and be specific and address that particular wrong which has been committed. But we cannot have group responsibility and group blame. This is really what I want to say, and to just say that to all our people, please let us not fall into the trap of defining each other, judging each other depending on where they are born, where they worship, which political party they belong to. We should not accept this as the mode of thinking, the mentality which defines our country. This is really just all I wanted to say at Budo, where I live most of the time. I've had the occasion on several occasions to receive my brother and friend, as a brother, as a national leader. I do so in exactly the same spirit today here in Peche at our family home. So thank you very much for being here, and I thank you for being here with us.
Thank you very much. And maybe one more thing, allow me to once again thank you, Dr. Olaro Tunu, before the world. Thank you for offering the desperately needed leadership to us, regardless of our political persuasions and our ethnic background. This is a kind of leadership that we want, and we are glad to pick a leaf from you. And I hope other leaders, especially elders, pick a leaf. We saw with admiration how you took part in the reconciliation of the Chief Justice and the Buganda Kingdom. Here we are together with you, and we pray that you continue playing that noble and needed part.
Thank you. By the way, in this very compound, just so that you know, during the campaign, Robert Mugabe is a witness here because he's a member of ANT. During the last campaign, we hosted in this very compound General Mugisha Muntu and his entire delegation, and we invited a lot of opinion leaders in the Gulu area who belong to different political groups. They came and broke bread with him and had discussions with him and heard from him and welcomed him to Gulu. So that is our way of doing things, is our sensibility, and traditionally it is how they actually conduct their business. Traditionally.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's a
Just,
question.
thank you, Dr. Otuno, and thank you, Honorable Sentamu. I'm called Julius Ochungi. I work for Uganda Radio Network. Just one question only. To go back to the Seattle demonstration, when the Right Honorable Olanya was referred for treatment there. The demonstration, which was purportedly carried by some NUP members, rattled a lot of people in this area, particularly the leaders who spoke so much about it and felt they needed some words from the NUP leadership. I don't know whether you would be, go back a bit onto that, and perhaps if those people are truly National Unity Platform members, and what would you say about that demonstration?
Thank you very much. The elder just elaborately spoke about that, and I see myself in no position to repeat his words. I just agree entirely. I'm well represented. My thoughts are well represented by his thoughts. But I just want to reassert that this being a mourning period, I also want to focus on mourning the fallen brother and respecting the family.
Okay, maybe just a follow-up question. I'm Jackson Onyanga, I work for NTV. Yes, that might be the position, but like clearly said, we are talking about, the division that is being, people are trying to create between the Acholi and the Baganda, the Northerners and the South. But you see, it has particularly been brought down to a party, and that is the National Unity Platform. And basically, if you take the words of the Chief Justice, he wanted to hear a voice of the party members, coming out clearly, either to condemn or to clarify. And therefore, I think if we are going to ease the tension that would be, it would just be nice to hear from a word of the party that this was the position of the party, whether there was support, or even clarify like the ambassador has stated it. And my second question is, did you consider this as maybe the best way of coming here, just to show the people of Uganda that actually we are united, other than maybe going to the family and there would be maybe unexpected? So we have seen you meeting with the cultural institution here, of course, ambassador. Personally, I think it is good, but on you or on your side, was this a way of maybe trying to push the message to the people that, we are united?
Thank you very much. For the first question, I associate myself 100% with the submission of Ambassador Olara Otuno. And on coming here, like I mentioned in my opening remarks, I was unable to make it for the burial. I would have loved so much, but because of important work that I had to do in Geneva, I missed the burial. However, on return, I drove directly here to condole with the family, with the people, and with the leaders. I've had occasion to meet the Prime Minister of Acholi, to meet the Prime Minister of the clan where the Right Honorable, now the late Jacob Olanya comes from, to meet with various elders, and it's our intention to also go and pay our respects where the Right Honorable Jacob Olanya was laid to rest.
And I think to add,
Incidentally, just so that they actually have a saying, because when burial takes place, it takes place when it does. And somebody may be caught in a very far away place or caught in some other engagement. They're not able to make it on the day of the burial. So they actually have a saying that liel pekwok, meaning being there for bereavement and paying one respect, and the grave doesn't go bad. You can come at any time and still pay your respect and still meet the bereaved family and still condole with the family. Yes.
And I think to strengthen that, when the burial date was set, my president directed and said, I will try and be present physically, but you ensure we are well represented as a party. And indeed, we delivered on that directive. We were present, a very big delegation from NUP, Northern Uganda office, led also among others by the chairman of course. We went with our wreath, we laid the wreath, we were recognized. And when the the political party presidents were called to go and lay the wreath, I stood up and represented my president. So he has come to strengthen that position. He was present. NUP was present. And I wouldn't want that to be overlooked because we are trying to, pursue certain dimensions to this. You were well represented.
And of course, the leader of opposition was there as well, as you recall.
Thank you very much. Uganda. Why don't you ask me to speak? Actually, I'm Ogwen. I'm Ogwen. Very briefly, Uganda.
He's again. Yes.
Mwebale nnyo bassebo ne bannyabo. Olwakomewo mu ggwanga ekiro kyajjo navugiddewo n'enzija eggulu wano mu Northern Uganda okubagiza ab'enju ya omugenzi Right Honorable Jacob Oulanyah, okubagiza abantu b'Omwacholi n'okubagiza abakulembeze. Era amakya ga leero nyaniriziddwa Katikkiro wa Bwakabaka bwa Acholi ne sinkana n'abakulembeze abataka ab'omu kitundu kino ne tulyamu ekyemisana era nfunye n'omukisa ogukyalirako Bishop Odama. Nebaza nesokwebaza yenna mukadde waffe Dr. Olaro Otuno akwasaganyiza ensonga zino era bwemba wano mbeera mwana era ngenda nakusula wano kati ekyo tukikoze ng'akabonero akalaga omukwano wakati w'Abaganda n'Abacholi naye n'abantu bonna aba Uganda kubanga ffe bamu omu bw'alumwa n'omulala alumwa ate omu bw'asanyuka n'omulala asanyuka. Mwebale nnyo, mwebalire ddala.
Thank you very much.
Apoyo
From again.
Yes, masabo ne bannyabo baganda bange mwenna abali ku eddoboozi lya Uganda bwepo ne Mission Media bannange tulumbye olwo tuli ggulu masabo ne bannyabo jinkwatire
mubiwulidde baganda bange kyatayogedde bannaye tikiriiwo naye nga n'enkya tuli mu Northern Uganda tuli ggulu mukitege tuli ggulu okitegeera tukyaliyo paka nkya enkya kubanga alina okukungubagira awamu ne famire enkya olunaku olw'Essande abeeko n'okusaba mu famire eyo.
Yes, basebo ne bannyabo mwenna abali ku eddoboozi lya Uganda Cross Live nze nno tuli ku page 2 eddoboozi lya Uganda ne Mission Media bannaye nyongera okubajjukiza page yaffe ne ya ddoboozi lya Uganda abasajja bagezaako okugitwala abasajja bagezaako kutwala page yaffe kyova olaba mbagamba mu sharing bagikuba zibbaani zi restriction so bannange mbegayiridde mbasaba mu sharing message tusobola ate okugyawo bbaani ezo so Buganda ekyo kimanyi bulungi kyengezaako okwogera naye nga ku kamera ng'era bulijjo General Musa Mulimira kwendi nnyo.
Okuva gye twatandikidde mazima ddala wallahi tukuwadde ekyo ekituufu kyo akati agenda kwogerako n'abaana abalenzi babadde bamulinze dda ab'oku kyalo.
Tulina obuvunaanyizibwa abaana gye bali, abaana baffe, abakyala baffe gye bali, bintu bingi n'abaana baffe bali waka batudde tebasoma. Twabala tuva mu Eastern, mu Western, buli mikisiwa okukaba kwaffe twagala otuyambe.
Kati Kanjoge, let me use English so that I mean, now that you come from different parts of the country. First of all, I want to thank you. You are very young people. But to see young people like you working, leaving your homes and traversing the country, I salute you for that.
Thank you.
Of course, I'm concerned that you're not paid. Yeah. But again, you also know the kind of country we're living in. What can we do, or what can I do as a leader? The most I can do is to raise my voice in representation of you. I'm going to ask you to be in touch. I'm here with Honorable Nyeko, and maybe Honorable Nyeko could delegate one person. Honorable Nyeko is a shadow minister for presidency, and good enough I've traveled with him. Because I'm very busy, I might not be able to follow up your case. I want to ask Honorable Nyeko to take it upon himself. He's a member of parliament. Besides us talking publicly, he can talk about that matter in parliament. Already you are on camera, so the nation is seeing your plight. If he rises on the floor of parliament and says, I met a group of young people that have been picked from across the country, they are working with what with exactly. Get all the details, give them to Honorable Nyeko. Yeah, I've directed him to follow up on your case. Raise your plight on the floor of parliament, create awareness about it. And then when it's out there, I am very sure they are going to be very quick to pay you. They're going to be very quick to respond to your cry. 5 months without paying. Yeah. 5 months without paying. Please put them, get a leader. Everything is about leadership. Get a leader or two amongst you and put your case very clearly. Get his contact and let him follow up on that. Okay? All right, my brothers. It will all be well. If I was president, you would be happy now. You would be all right then. You would instruct me to pay you like
Yes, basebo ne bannyabo byebyo tukyali ggulu gye tukyasimbye amakanda. Tukyali eno ggulu basebo ne bannyabo gye tukyasimbye amakanda. Gwe muganda wange tukyali ggulu ey'amakanda twagasimbye.
So Liam, you're leading now.
Yes, we know about that. We were. Are you? Did you get on? Bye bye.